All right, so the agility ladder, one of my favorite pieces of kit in the gym to develop your boxing footwork. In this video, you're gonna learn how to drill your fundamentals and your very basics of boxing footwork. We're gonna do some intermediate stuff, and we're also gonna do some advanced things, and then show you how to put it into practice with mitts in there as well. All right, so quickly before we get into the actual drills, I just wanna talk about why I love this piece of kit so much. It's just a great visual, especially if you're new to boxing and you're trying to develop your boxing footwork fundamentals. It just gives you a great visual of exactly where your feet should be, and it's the perfect distance apart to maintain that shoulder width boxing stance, what we're always trying to do and be in with boxing footwork. So just gives a good visual, and it's a great tool to drill everything from the very basics and fundamentals right up to some advanced footwork patterns as well. And we're going to get into that right now. Let's do it. All right, starting with the very basics, the most basic boxing footwork drill you can do. Everything we're going to do is going to be linear and lateral, right? We want to be being able to move forwards comfortably, moving side to side comfortably in boxing. So whenever I'm doing agility ladder drills like this, always make sure you're doing forwards and side to side too. So the forward movement first, so linear. We're going to start in the boxing stance. His front foot is going to be inside the ladder. His back foot is going to be outside the ladder. Now what that's good for, straight away, the benefit of the ladder here is creating that line right between his feet. So he's not stood on a tightrope like this. He's got that divider right between his feet. So straight away he's in the perfect boxing stance. All we're going to do is move forward. So it's going to be front foot first coming forward, and then back foot just follows, right? And then when he's going back, back foot moves first, front foot follows. And you see straight away how the ladder is giving him the perfect distance. Do it again, Mark. This time we're going to keep your right foot a little bit further that way. Go again, forwards. That's it, nice. And then back. Good. So beginners, brand new to boxing footwork, great way to drill that first movement pattern. Now we're going to work side to side. So I'll just start right here. So with the side to side on the basic footwork, we want to think about keeping the feet one square apart the whole time, right? So the front foot's going to be in the ladder, the back foot's going to be out again, and we're lining up one foot in each square. Coming down to your left foot first. Good, back foot just following. Keep going. Now we're going to go back to your right foot first. Keeping the hands up, soft knees, staying in the hips. Good, perfect. So the most basic pattern there for boxing footwork. Front foot first forward, back foot first back. Left foot first to the left, right foot first to the right. Obviously, if you're working with a southpaw, that would all be reversed. Okay, so common mistakes with these drills. On the lateral movement, what I tend to see a lot is the back foot catching up the front foot. So if he takes a step to the left with the left foot and the back foot coming into the same square, that's what we're trying to avoid. We want to keep that shoulder width distance and keep the feet off of that tightrope. So do it again, step across. And then back foot doesn't come all the way up, it just comes into the next square. So make sure you concentrate on that if you're trying these drills, or if you're a coach, that's something you need to look out for. Always one square apart right here, okay? So let's go back to the start again. So facing me. So we're gonna go back to the linear movement now. Now, once we've got comfortable with that and everything's looking good, now we can encourage him to just be a little bit more dynamic with the feet. And when you step forward now, I want you to think about pushing off your back foot. So we're gonna use that push through that back quad to kind of spring into that step, okay? No punches yet, I just want a couple of steps forward. Push off the back foot this time, push, go, boom, and go, good. There you go, good. Now same thing, when we're going back, I'm gonna coach him to push off the front foot, but move the back foot first. So stepping back, but push off that left quad, go. There, good, and again, push, and push, good, and push, there. So you see how we just made it a little bit more dynamic. So rather than a casual step like this, we're starting to get him to feel the legs a little bit more and get that spring in the feet, okay? So that's just a way you can kind of advance that basic fundamental footwork. All right, so now progressing that, we're gonna add in the punches. So we're gonna start again with the front foot in. Back foot's gonna be outside. Think about pushing off your back foot. You're gonna move the front foot first. This time we're gonna throw the jab, right? So we're gonna use left hand and left foot together. And as he steps into the next square on the ladder, he's gonna throw that jab, and the jab hand's gonna come back as the back foot catches up. So it's one jab, and then as the back foot catches up, the jab comes back and he's right back to his boxing stance. So let's try that, just stepping in with the jab, go. Good, exhale, nice. Good, one more, good, and again. There you go, perfect. All right, stay right there. So now we've drilled left hand, left foot, just stepping forward with the jab. Now we're bringing the hands and feet in together. Now we're gonna make it a little bit more complicated. We're gonna step back with the jab. So now we're working left hand, right foot, right? The right foot is gonna move with the left hand. So it's just real slow. As you step back with the right foot, you're gonna throw the jab. Boom, yep. Now as the jab hand comes back, the front foot comes back, boom. All right, let's try that. So stepping back, back foot, jab, go. One, good, and 1. And then you see his feet at the end. Another common mistake with the linear movement is the back foot tends to come into the ladder. So again, you just want to make sure that right foot's over there. Let's try it again. Stepping forward, jab, good, jab, good, jab, good, jab. Now going back foot, jab, boom, perfect, good, jab, jab, and jab, good, perfect. So there's a way we can start to bring in the punches. We can also work that laterally as well. So just come back onto this side, Mark. So you're going to step across with your left foot and jab all the way down. So jab and step to your left. Let's go, jab, go. 1, 1. That's it. Nice. Good. Perfect. And rest. And just notice on that as well, he's doing a little pause in between. So it's not just constant like this where we're just kind of doing it aimlessly. He's thinking about each jab and what his feet are doing. So one jab and then kind of reset. A little bit of movement. One jab and then kind of reset. Okay. So that's just good for drilling those fundamentals and making your boxer concentrate on every single punch and step. All right, so there's a way we can bring the punches into it. And that's just a quick overview of how you can really drill the forward and back, the side to side, and then start to bring the punches into it as well. All right, so how can we start adding some combinations in now with those fundamentals? So I think the most basic combination is the 1-2. We've just drilled the jab and the step a couple of times. So now we're going to actually bring in the 1-2. So he's going to step with both punches here. So as he steps into that front square right there, he's going to land the jab. And then as he brings the back foot up now, he's going to throw the cross as well. Boom. And then he should be recoil right back to your boxing stance. Okay. So let's try it again. Nice and steady. Just step in with the jab, step in with the cross. And again, 1-2. Good. 1-2, good, and again, 1-2, and relax, perfect. So there's a way we can just drill the 1-2, step in with both punches. Now if we apply lateral movement to the jab step, we go back to that jab step to the side. Now here's a way we can start bringing in combinations going back to the power side. So we'll start with the jab step to the left. So separate your feet 1 square apart. So give me a couple of jab steps coming down, jab and step, 1, 1, good, 1, good, 1, nice, 1 more. And again, remember, if you're coaching this or you're drilling it yourself, just make sure your punches are good. I know we're focusing on footwork, but making sure you're fully extending that jab, hands coming back to the chin, slight rotation of the hips. When you're throwing that cross, full rotation of the core, turning everything, keeping it nice and long. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring a combination in and travel to the right, right? So you're going to step over to your right, so right foot first, left foot catches it up. Now the feet are set from that side step. We're going to bring in a 3-punch combination. We're traveling to the power side, so we're going to lead with the power side, 2 hook 2, 2 hook 2, step again. Right foot, 2 hook 2, good. So back foot, 2 hook 2, step over, good. So he steps with the back foot. As soon as the front foot lands, combination shot. So there's just an example of how you can bring in a couple of really basic combinations. The 1-2 coming down the ladder with stepping on both feet, and then on the lateral movement, you can use the jab and step to come down. When you go back the opposite direction, step across, 2 hook 2. Combinations are up to you. You can get creative with it, but again, we're working on fundamentals and basics here, so just want to give you some basic combinations there that you can use with that, the 1-2 and the 2 hook 2. All right, so there's your intermediate patterns. Try those out. Let me know how it goes. Remember, anytime you're working on the fundamentals or everything, focusing on form and technique. Nothing has to be fast at this stage. All right, so moving on to the intermediate drills, just picking things up just a little bit now. We're going to work on, I'm going to give you a couple of different patterns to work on. The first one we're going to work on is a double jab coming forward, then we're going to take a step back, and then we're going to throw a counter punch. So this is good for just changing the direction mid-combination, right? So far with the fundamentals, we've always worked one direction, whether it's forward or back or side to side. With this, we're going to come forward with a double jab, then we're going to step back, and then we're going to counter. So jump back in the ladder mark. So we're going to start with the left foot in, right foot's out. I'm just going to ask for a double jab coming forward, so it's a step with each jab, so step, step. From there, as soon as his feet are set, he's going to step back, back foot first, and then from there, counter punch, straight right, okay? So if this was happening in boxing, he'd be pushing me back with a double jab, and then as soon as I counter, he steps back with the feet to defend, and then counters with that too. So again, it can be nice and controlled. We don't have to do this at speed or intensity, but just practice it a couple of times. Double jab coming forward, step, step, set your feet, pull, bang, good. And again, step, step, pull, bang, good. And then just a little reset after that pull. There, he resets back to his stance, thinks about being on balance, ready to go again. So you see how you're a little wide right there. So you want to be about 1 square apart. Yeah, there we go. All right, so step, step, jab, jab, pull, and cross. Good. One more. Step, step, pull, and cross. Perfect. All right, so there's an intermediate drill you can try, just good for practicing that come forward, come back, counter punch. So double jab forward, step back, fire that right hand. You can drill that as well. All right, so the second one we're going to do, We're going to start working on trying to change the angle a little bit now, and we're going to bring in a little bit of lateral movement. So with this one, I actually really love this one because you can get creative with the combinations as well. So we're going to start in the same pattern. We're actually going to take a diagonal step. So we're going to step across the ladder with the front foot. The back foot's going to come into the ladder. Then we can throw a combination, which I'll give you in a minute. And then as soon as that combination's landed, we're going to get back to where we started by taking a side step with the right foot and then bringing the left foot in, right? So one more time. So the left foot steps across and forward. So we're changing the angle. The back foot catches up. We throw the combination. Then we side step. And then we throw the combination. So on the side step, the back foot's going to move first, the front foot's going to catch it up. So with the front foot first, you're going to step across the ladder. Let's try it. So just nice and slow again. So left foot inside, right foot out. He's going to step across, so he's in line. And then from there, let's go 2 hook 2. Boom, boom, boom. Step across, 2 hook 2 again, right? Now it's up to you if you're coaching this or you're practicing it yourself. Your combinations can be whatever they want. Typically, when you've created an angle in boxing right here, it's setting you up for power shots, right? And then the same thing if you step across, you set up the power shots, 2 hook 2. That's why I like that combination right there. And then the same with the side step. He's side step to create the space, and then he's throwing power shots again. So typically I usually go with power punch combinations, 2s and hooks, or uppercuts and hooks. And keep it nice and simple too. It doesn't have to be a really long combination. 2s and 3s is good just to keep that footwork moving in between. All right, so let's try it. So side step, 2 hook 2. Side step, 2 hook 2. So you see how he's coming forward on the first step, cutting the angle, 2 hook 2, side step across, 2 hook 2. Staying on the balls of the feet the whole time. Boom, 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 across. Boom, boom, boom. Good. So now we're going to try and make it a little bit more dynamic, right? So I want side step, boom, 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 side step, bang, bang, bang. So the stepping is in between. If you think of the rhythm on this, it's step, 2 hook 2, step, 2 hook 2. It's just constantly in that same rhythm. It should be moving the whole time. So it's a split second pause for the combo, and then we keep going. Go. 2 hook 2, step, 2 hook 2, step. Yep, step straight away. As soon as that last right hand lands, boom, we're stepping. Boom, 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 step. Boom, 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 step. And again, there you go, nice. So just a way we can make it a little quicker and a bit more dynamic. So once your box is looking good or you're feeling good yourself doing this, then you can start to make things a little bit more dynamic and a little snappier. So there's 2 patterns you can try for the intermediate. So just to recap that real quick, just jump back in, Mark. 2 jabs coming forward, step back, 2. Now we can progress that too. 2 steps, 2 jabs forward, step back, 2 hook 2. 2 jabs forward, step back, 2 hook 2 hook. See, I'm building up the combos, so you can do that as well. You can add more punches to it. But yeah, moving forward, pulling back, counter punching. And then the second one, side step across, 2 hook 2, side step straight across, 2 hook 2. Yep. And coming forward on that first side step. So there's 2 intermediate patterns you can try as well. Remember, keep that form. We're in the quads the whole time, those loose knees, feet shoulder width apart, breathing on the punches, all the usual cues that you would execute if you were shadow boxing or hitting the mitts or hitting the heavy bag, whatever it might be. But just a good visual there, and now we've introduced that angle, that side step angle coming forward. All right, we're gonna move on now to a little bit more advanced and pick things up a little bit. All right, so now we get to the fun part where we can actually use the ladder and the mitts together. So going back to the fundamentals, the first pattern that we did, just moving down the ladder, front foot first, but this time we're gonna throw the jab. And he's gonna step into the next square, so make sure you get your range first, right? So make sure you can fully extend. You as the coach should be about arm's length from there, right? So you can get a good solid jab in. So he's gonna do a jab step. As I'm catching these punches, I'm keeping a peripheral vision on his feet, right? That's what we're working on. So I just want to make sure the footwork's still good. So don't get distracted with the punches too much. Just want to make sure the punches are solid, obviously, but keeping an eye on the feet while we do it. So just a jab step coming forward, catch the punch. Good, 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 nice, good, perfect. So you're just starting to feel now the distance in the feet. It feels like you're on balance all the time, right? Yeah. It's what's good about this ladder. It's keeping you in check. So just scoot back a little bit. Let's do it again. My foot position as the coach as well can be kind of mirrored like this. So I can keep my back foot out. I'm in a good boxing stance. I'm in a good position to catch that jab. So jab and step, good again. As soon as he's landed the jab, I'm stepping back. So it's good for me as a coach to practice my footwork too. Jab, step, good, one more. Nice, perfect. All right, jump on that side. So now we're gonna work on the lateral pattern. So left foot in, right foot out. Remember on this drill, one of these should be separating the feet the whole time, right? We want to avoid getting on the tightrope. So as we drill this and we get down the ladder, just keep the boxer in check, make sure the feet are still shoulder width apart. So with this, I'm going to stand in front of the next square, right? So he's got to step across with the jab at the same time. If I stand right here, it's not going to move his feet, right? So I've got to be in line with the next square. I'm just going to ask him to step across and throw the jab at the same time. Good, sidestep. Good, sidestep. Good, again. Good. So now going back, if you drill an entire lap on that jab coming down to the left or right for southpaws, going back to the power side, we're going to step across with the right foot first. So we're going to do a step and then punch, right? Typically, we want to set the feet for the power punches. That's why I like to do it this way with the power punches. So step first, right foot first going across. As soon as his left foot lands, I'm going to give him that mitt for the cross, okay? Step across, punch. Good. Step across, punch. Good. Again, step. Good. Now, when you're coaching this stuff, you can step with your boxers so they can kind of mirror you as they're doing the footwork. All right, so back down on the jab. Side step jab. Jab. Good. Jab. Good. Jab. Good. Coming back. Cross, step across. 2. Step across. 2. Good. Step across. Good. And just checking the footwork, making sure they're not getting on that tightrope or the feet are coming too close together. All right. So there's a way we can drill the fundamentals. Coming straight down with the jab and then doing the lateral movement with the jab step and then the lateral movement with the side step and then the cross. All right. So moving on to the more intermediate. Now we're going to work on coming forward and back. If you rewind to the intermediate pattern we did, it was 2 jabs forward, pull back with the back foot, and then we're going to land that cross. So again, now I've got to move with the boxer as I catch these punches. So 2 jabs coming forward, jab, jab. Then I'm going to step back into my boxer. He's going to step back with the back foot, and then I'm going to be ready with that 2 right there. So 2 jabs forward, pull back, fire the 2. Make sure the mitts are ready so you're ahead of your boxer. Double jab, pull, good. Now with that step back, what we can do is we can double jab. We can throw the jab or the cross to encourage him to step back, then step in for the catch, right? Or we can simply just step in as well. So it's training him to step back in response to either a punch or an attack with the feet. All right, let's try it again. So 2 jabs forward, step, bam, good. And again, so now you hear the rhythm on that. It's 1, 2, step back, 2, all in the same rhythm. Double jab, step, bam, good. And again, nice and long with that cross. Fully extend that arm, turn the hips, go. Jab, jab, pull, bam. There you go. And again, boom, boom, pull, bam. Nice, good. All right, relax. Good stuff. So there's that intermediate pattern we worked on with the footwork and how you can add it on the mitts. Great for developing that hand and foot coordination. All right, so now moving on to the side step. So we're working on that side step across the ladder. Step forward with the front foot. As soon as his back foot lands, we're going to just work on 2 power punches for the sake of the mitt. So we're going to go 2 hook, then he's going to step across with his right foot, and then we're going to keep the same combination each time. Great for just power punch, side step, and just developing that rhythm and feel as well as we go. All right, so hands up, side step across with the front foot, 2 hook, side step across, and I'm traveling with him. Step across, step. Remember, so the front foot is getting forward and across the ladder. So side step, it's coming forward, 2 power punches, then just a straight side step directly across. There, okay? So let's try it again one more time. So the first step creates the angle for the power punches. The second step gets angle as well, straight across to the side. So left foot first forward, right foot first going across. That's for orthodox boxers. If it was a southpaw, it'd be the opposite. But front foot going to lead, back foot going to lead across, going across. All right, side step, 2 hook, side step. Good. So as soon as the feet land, I want the mitts in position so he can see the target for those punches. So as soon as he steps, I want the mitts there ready. Ready? Side step in. Good. Side step across. So as he's stepping, he's looking at the target. Step. Step. Good. Nice. And rest. Good stuff. So there's the couple of intermediate patterns we worked on. The double jab coming forward, the pull and the counter, and then the side steps with the power shots as well. So you can try those out. All right, so the last one I'm going to give you on the mitts is that advanced in and out footwork drill. But we're going to throw the jab and then we're going to bring in the 1-2 as well. So just get hands up. And what I like to do with this is just go for reps. So I can count the reps down, right? So I'm just going to get him going with the feet first. So it's in and out with the feet. So he's feeling that rhythm. And then I'm just going to ask him to throw the jab and the mitt's going to be there the whole time. So when your front foot lands now, you're going to throw the jab. We're going to do 5, okay? Ready? Yep. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rest, perfect. So that count as well just helps keep that rhythm in the feet, which is always good as well. Now we're gonna advance that and we're gonna catch the 1, 2, and we'll do 5 again. So get your rhythm in your feet, stay a little bit closer to the ladder. So he's getting the rhythm. Now when he comes in, he's gotta be fast with the hands, and the feet keep the exact same rhythm the whole time. The only thing changing here is the arms. So when you land this time, 1, 2. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good. So you hear the rhythm, it's in, out, all right? So there's a way you can drill that on the bounce footwork. Great for amateur boxers. If you're amateur boxer yourself, practice this one with your coach, or you could do it with your shadow boxing. If you're coaching amateur boxers, get on this. It's so good for developing that in and out, catch, punch and don't get punched. Amazing stuff. There's a few ways you can put these drills into practice on the mitts as well. All right, so there you have it, my complete guide to using this agility ladder to develop your boxing footwork. Everything from the fundamentals and the basics, building it right up to the more dynamic stuff. So hopefully that gives you some things to work on. Look out for part 2 of this video. We're gonna get even more advanced. And remember, every time you're doing this stuff, fundamentals first, take your time, go nice and slow. Don't try and go too fast with this stuff. This is practicing fundamentals and technique, so keep that in the back of your mind. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Click here to watch my 5 advanced boxing footwork combinations on the mitts.